Hey guys, so I have two burst teams and one stall team for this floor. Both of the burst teams use HP Gojo, because unfortunately Teen Ghetto and Green Yuji are useless for this fight. The boss constantly puts single target damage evasion on itself, which means that those two can't do anything. For the stall team, this floor is the same boss as the previous limited time tower, floor 3. Same type advantage, so the same team works exactly the same way. The only difference is that these side minions are different. These two drain curse energy, while these guys taunt and do damage. But yeah, honestly it's better that we have it the current way, because draining CE is way more annoying for a stall team. The strat's going to be pretty much the same. You're going to use these 5 units. On Kaito, you can use Imaginary Youth or Hot Pot Party. Those are the two best ones. If you don't have them, you can try Curses and Bubbles or a Slight Gap. I'm sure both of those will work okay too. For Gojo, Non-Standard or Pride, you can try both. Use whichever one helps you kill the side minions better. I'm not going to do an actual gameplay showcase using the stall team because I already made this video, and for the rest of the fight, the rotation is exactly the same because the boss is exactly the same. So I'm going to link this video in my description and in my comments, so just follow this and it should work just fine. For the burst team, first one's going to use Domain Megumi and Gakuganji as backup. Gojo does not have to be A5, A1 is fine. A1 might be fine. I had a friend do it with me with his A2 Gojo, and that worked fine with a crit. A1 might be okay, just try it and let me know how it goes. A0 probably won't work, but I really don't think there's any reason anyone should have A0 HP Gojo, unless you're completely new. Because if you have at least 250 of the Soul Shard currency, just buy him a dupe, because it's worth it. And he's one of the best units in the game, and he's definitely the best green for a very long time. Even in JP, he's arguably the strongest green DPS, even though he does leave in 7 turns. So yeah, buy him a shard, get him to A1, you won't regret it. I bought him 3 shards myself, and I'm pretty much free to play, and I still don't regret it. So this is one of the teams, and the other team I'm going to show you uses Gakuganji in the main team, and then Momo is backup. And the reason Gakuganji is so much better than Domain Megumi for this fight is because Gakuganji can't miss his debuffs because they're AoE, while Domain Megumi, there's a good chance you're going to miss most of his debuffs. And for this strategy, you're going to need to hit at least 1 during his debuff window, which means that the boss is going to have to not use or evade during those 3 turns. So we're going to conserve curse energy on Yaga in the beginning. And then we're just going to stun one of these random side minions, because we want to use a Unity boosted skill 2 next turn. Now we're guaranteed Domain Megumi's ult by turn 3. Now we ult. We're not going to debuff yet on Gakuganji because we can only get 3 of them off anyways. So we're going to do that on turns 4, 5, and 6. Okay, now we're going to pray that the boss does not use its evasion skill on turns 4 or 5. Just stun one of these. Debuff the boss. Nice, he didn't use his evasion. This means we get to put one of the debuffs on the boss, which gives us enough damage to clear. So this is what you need to reset for. Nobody dies and you're able to get at least one skill 1 onto the boss. This should hit for, I'm not quite sure, probably around 14 million? 13.7 million. Yeah, so if you fish for a crit as well with a Lower Awakening Gojo, it may be enough damage. Just keep trying until you get it. Like I said, this might require a 2 Gojo, I'm not quite sure. Next, for the other strat, this one's gonna do this. And then you can use SR Momo or SSR Momo, either one. I'm gonna use SR Momo because she's worse and more free-to-play friendly. If you have SSR Momo, definitely just use her instead. I'm gonna bring Mutual Trust. This is the setup for the other team, and this setup works pretty consistently, and it does either as much or even more damage. So if you just want to use this, even if you have to main Megumi, this is fine. There's also less RNG because Gakuganji is guaranteed to hit all of his debuffs. Okay, we're conserving cursed energy in the beginning. We'll just stun one of these guys. Actually, we'll stun the boss here. It doesn't matter if that doesn't hit. I'm just doing it to save a bit of HP on some of my other characters. Even if he doesn't die on turn 3, it's fine, it doesn't really matter. Now we start buffing and debuffing on these two. If he had died on turn 2, then when Momo comes in, just use her skill 1 on somebody. So now, continue debuffing, and we're going to use Mutual Trust here. And then I'm just going to use this. Pop both of these heals, debuff the boss. As you can see, this clear is a lot healthier and less RNG because there's no missing any debuffs. Boss has around 11 million HP. This should hit for around 14 million with no crit. Yeah, 13.9 million. A2 Gojo definitely has enough with a crit. Again, I don't know about A1 or A0, but just try it. And again, his dupes are always in the shop, and it's never a bad investment, so if you have the currency, definitely consider it. Alright, I hope these are helpful. Bye guys.